What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the Williams warm-up. We're at the final stage of our triple header and we're heading to Monza. Let's take you behind the scenes. So as previously mentioned, we're heading to the fast-flowing circuit of Monza. So we sent Williams development driver and two-times W Series champ Jamie Chadwick for a hot lap on our esports simulators.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick and this is my track guide of Monza. So Monza's got, for me, mainly about straight line performance, maximising straight line speed. So you've got this long straight here, DRS open into a very slow chicane. The braking point, probably just before the 100 metres. I think it's probably a bit early there, but brake efficiency is key. And then exit, good traction for this next one down into turn 4. Least line of resistance through turn 3. And then again, focus on maximum braking efficiency around 100 metres into turn 4. It's a bit quicker than the first chicane. Key is not to pick up any bad traction on the exit. Quite a quick corner into turn 6. Turn 7 as well. Quite cambered, focusing on the exit. Another DRS zone. Again, all about exits here, making sure they can be nice and clean, maximising the straight line performance. Now into the Ascari chicane, quite late braking, carry quite a bit of speed through, and then it's trying to be as flat out as possible for the last bit, again, preparing for the straight. Last corner, Parabolica. Focus here is just making sure not to overcook it. They're hot on track limits here, and trying not to overcook it, focusing on getting the best run out onto the back straight.
Moving from Zandvoort to Monza provides many different challenges for the setup of our FW44. That's why we caught up with Technical Director FX De Maison to talk us through all the changes.
So FX, we're here in Zandvoort, perhaps a track that's the polar opposite to Spa where we've just been and Monza this weekend. Can you just describe to us the main differences in perhaps how the car is set up in terms of aerodynamic?
So it was for the guys big work to change. High downforce track is mostly the big wings, add-ons to just try to get the maximum downforce you can. From all the air you will certainly drive through on the track, so it's for sure different characteristic and also setup. You have a much lower and slower corners. You have to maximize the grip there. And, you have less help from the downforce, so you also have to increase your mechanical grip.
And so when designing the FW44, was it something you considered in terms of upgrades throughout the season? Was it something you planned for?
Yeah, clearly. At the moment we're planning for next year. As soon as you get the next year calendar, you say, okay, then now I plan the upgrade, because you will need a completely different car from here and Monza and Monaco. So it's a lot of work.
And in terms of the new regulations, obviously you're fairly limited as to parts that you can change in terms of wings. What are the main differences in the sizes?
Yeah, the rear wing is really the biggest difference. It's where you have the most of the, let's say, the freedom. It's quite open. You can really change the downforce with the downforce level with your rear wing, so plus the DRS. So it's where we really concentrate the work, adjusting the downforce to the track characteristics.
Between a circuit such as Monaco or Zandvoort, something that requires high downforce, and such as Monza, which is low downforce, what are the main changes you're making from one weekend to another? What's the process for changing the car and working within the curfew?
Different front wing, rear wing, bodywork, add-ons, and suspension settings. So it's quite a lot of work for the mechanics, but they're used to this and they like it. It's why they like this sport, they like Formula One, they like motorsport. So it's a big job, but part of it.
Perfect. Well, FX, thank you very much.
And see you in Monza.
See you in Monza.
During the Dutch Grand Prix, we were delighted to host professional cyclist and lifelong Formula One fan Puck Moonen in the paddock. We sat down to chat to her about her love for F1 and her cycling career so far. Okay, well, Puck, thank you so much for joining us. I guess first, just give us a bit of an introduction to yourself and your cycling career so far.
Well, I'm Puck. I'm a professional cyclist, so I ride around on a bike, doing laps professionally, just like these guys. I've been riding professionally since I was 19 and I'm now 26, so that's already quite a few years. But I haven't been cycling for that long. I was playing soccer before. I got into cycling by accident, like literally. I got an accident. And then I went into a bike shop and I saw bikes and I was like, oh, this looks nice. So then I started saving up, got a race bike. That's how I started.
That's incredible. And you know, here in the Formula One paddock, where did your F1 passion start? Where did it come from?
My dad, he was always watching Formula One. He went to see some races a few times. And he always took me like to see like on the television, and we would turn the volume like way up, and my mom would complain about the noise. On noise is music, the V10s like back in the days. Just awesome. So that's where it started, actually.
There are a lot of similarities between cycling and motorsport, but you know, that being said, have you got any motorsport experience yourself?
Yeah, I actually got my license here at Zandvoort, so I've got a racing license. I got it like 3 years ago. I'm really like into cars, so I try to go out on the track as much as I can, but it's expensive.
And from your perspective, what similarities do you think professional cycling and Formula One have in common?
The structures of the teams, I think the racing lines, the organizations, yeah, it's pretty much, it looks pretty the same.
I've also noticed that you're into your photography as well. How did you get into that?
I think the same way. My parents always had cameras to bring to vacations, so I just like got the cameras and yeah, took them out and tried them on my pets.
And I guess finally, as we're here in Zandvoort, have you got any tips for anybody that's looking to travel to the next few races or anything like that, food, drink, etc.?
Just get out of Zandvoort and go to Amsterdam. That's it.
Great tips here. I appreciate that, Puck. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And that is it for this week's episode of the Williams Warm-Up. We'll be back with you after a short break for the Singapore Grand Prix, but in the meantime, sign up to williamsf1.com, download our app, and we'll see you next time.